welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go over the month of November 2023 of my currently inked fountain pens. The only pen that I do not have is my Kaweco Sport because I always have it inked up with a black. And right now it just has a black cartridge and that's just how I use it. But I do have the other 5 pens here. I wrote so much with the Monteverde Rodeo Drive in the iridescent white in my stub 1.1 pen. So much with the D Atramentis Halogen Green Copper that she is actually completely empty. She has already been cleaned because it was a sample, and unfortunately that sample is now gone of this pen, so I cannot do another writing sample with it, which kind of is sad a little bit in a way because I really enjoyed writing with this pen and I really liked the ink in it. Let me grab one of my notebooks here. So in this notebook, I have been writing out little like reviews and stuff of books that I've read. And book club discussion things, so answers to the book club stuff. But right here is where I wrote with that pen and that ink, all right here. And I absolutely loved it. I will say in the beginning it was a learning curve on how to write with the stub 1.1 nib, because I did kind of write here, and as you can see I kind of was learning on how to really use it, and I thought that I would just switch to a different color for the time being, and I worked in a different notebook on what to write with it. So she is clean, she is empty, and I can no longer give you another writing sample of her, but I see a lot of people doing like a report card on it, and I will have to say that I am in love with this pen. I loved the way it wrote. I love the way it feels in my hand. I do not post my pens. One, it doesn't stay posted very well. It's very wobbly. And two, it's a heavier pen if it's posted. But if it's not, it is nice to write and writes very smoothly. So, will I ink up that ink again? Yes, because I want to buy a bottle of it because I just loved how it looked in this pen and how it wrote for me. Okay, so the next pen we have, so these are what is still inked up. I have my Sailor and the Fairytale Crane. This is my medium fine. It does have my 14 karat gold nib in it. And this had the Montegrappa Harry Potter Ravenclaw blue. And I'm going to show you that she is full. I did not write as much with her as I thought I would. But she's not that full anymore. She's about half. So I definitely will be writing more with this color and this pen. It's nothing against the pen. I find that I do like the medium fine, I like a little bit more of a thicker pen, but that's okay because I still love writing with it, and I will. It's just that the converter in this one is a little bit, I just filled it up all the way. So that was my bad. I didn't really want to fill all my pens up all the way, but I did. So this is the one that I filled up all the way. I do have a little writing sample here. Again, I used it for book club stuff, so I have it right here and right here. So So I did definitely write with it. I just didn't write with it as much as I thought I would. Next is my Esterbrook Pocket JR. This is in lime green, and this has the journaler's nib on it. This was one of another favorite of mine. She just needs to be mixed a little bit, but I about have half a thing in here. And so I definitely want to write more with her. I loved the way she wrote. I have the Sailor Coral Humming ink in here, and as I like this ink, there is some shine and shimmer in it. I just found that not a lot of it did come through. Some of it did. So this is that color here. As you can see, I just kind of went off a little bit. But I definitely did like how it wrote. I loved my Esterbrook. I loved the journaling nib, and I do want a few more journaler nibs because they are just amazing. But I loved this pen. It was nice. And I did write with it. I think what happened was with my Monteverde, I didn't fill her up as full as I did my other ones, so she just ran out a lot quicker. And I did use all of my pens. Where's another one? Another time that I used her. Right here. So I did use it right there. And I think that was, nope. And then I wrote a little thing right here about a book that I read. And that's where I left it. Okay. So that was the Esterbrook, and I did really like it. Next is my TWSBI Eco, I think this is, yeah, so this is my TWSBI Eco T. So it is a little different. The color is mint, and it was a fine nib, and it had the Ferris wheel press Morningside mint in it. This one does have quite a lot of ink in it still. This one I kind of had a love-hate relationship with. I love the color, and I love the pen. I think it's just that I am not a big fan of a fine nib. And that's a shame because it wrote nicely. Let me go back here. So this is what she wrote, how she wrote. It is not my favorite by any means. And it's a shame because I love this pen. I really do. I would much rather have picked up one of my other pens than picking up this one. I'm going to finish it out. And I will definitely still use it. I just want to find maybe a little more of a wetter ink for this pen, even though it is a fine nib. I just think I'd be a lot happier. So I'm sad to say that wasn't my favorite, and I really did not like reaching for it very often, as much as my other ones. So my last but not my least is my JinHao 82. It is in the Lake Blue. It is a medium nib. And I have the Birmingham Pen Co. Winter Garden Snowflake in here. She does have just a tad bit left, not too much. So we're just gonna show you there. I love this pen. Or, well, okay, I like the pen. It's not like my favorite pen. But I love the ink. Let me tell you, this ink was amazing. It is this vibrant vibrant blue. And I love it. I just love this ink. And I do want to use this ink, since I do have some of my samples still left. I do want to try it in another nib size and a different pen. Nothing wrong with the JinHao's. I got this one off of Amazon. It was like $6, but I cannot say how much between the inks in these two pens in my Monteverde and the JinHao, how much I loved them. I did. I really did. Not a fan of the pen. It's nice to write with. It's a nice medium nib, and I do like the bigger nib. But ultimately, it's the ink that I fell in love with more than the pen. So, since I only had one pen inked, or one pen that has no more ink in it, I only inked up one more pen. So I only inked up one pen. And I did this because I wanted, I didn't want so many pens inked up. This is December. The one pen that I do still have inked up is my Kaweco, but I'm not going to share that one. So the one that I did ink up for this time is this one here. This is Royal Flush. It is a Benu pen. I got it in a Gold Spot Weekly Dip mystery box. And the color I have in here is a Monteverde Brown Sugar. So I'm going to ink them all out again so you guys can see them. But yeah, so we are definitely going to ink this one up. This is a fine nib. So this is a nice brown. I'm going to bring you closer. There we go. So this is my Benu. This is the Royal Flush. And I do find that this is a little bit of a bouncy nib, and I'm interested in that because I've never used a bouncy nib before, but this one seems a little bouncy, and I really do like that. Monteverde Brown Sugar. Okay. So I do have, yes, okay. Then we have this one, which I will be referring to my pages just so I know how to spell things. But this is the, yeah, so this is my Sailor Shikiori. Oh, that's supposed to be Shikiori. Fairytale, crane, yeah, so crane, I promise there's an R there, dragon, with a medium fine nib. This one is, so the Benu I forgot to write down. This one is a fine. And the color I still have in this one is the Montegrappa. Harry Potter And I think these ones actually, the pens that I have inked up right now, I think are really nice to have inked up for this month. Sorry, I pulled over an extra light, so I hope you guys can, whoops, see that. Just trying to shake up my Esterbrook. So this is the journaler's nib. So this is the Esterbrook Pocket Junior, and this one was the Paradise Key Lime. This is the Journaler's. Yes. Journaler's nib, and this is Sailor Coral. That's Carol. Coral Humming. And I do really like how this one writes. Oops, sorry guys. Next is my JinHao. In Blue Lake. This is in a medium, and I have Birmingham, Penco, and Winter Garden, Snowflake. I do want to let you guys know that I do have a link and a code for penboutique.com. If I will leave it all linked down below. If you use my link and my code, I do earn a small commission, and you do receive some money off, and it does help out my channel, so I can bring you more fun pen related content. And if they have these pens, I know they won't have the Royal Flush and the JinHao 82, but I think they have the other ones, and I will definitely make sure to link them all. And if you want to buy, make sure to use my link to get money off, because why not? Nobody wants to pay full price. So this is the TWSBI Eco T Mint, and this is a fine nib, and it has the Ferris wheel, press, Morningside mint in it. I am leaving room down below again, because if I do use up any of these pens and colors, I think I do want to ink up more, and if that does happen, I will definitely bring you more of the pens, and we'll put them on this page. So those are the 5 that I'm currently going to be working with on a regular basis. Again, my Kaweco Sport does come along with me on the go, so she's being used no matter what. I just figured you guys don't want to see the black every month, So yeah, I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Down below in the comment section, I would love to know what your favorite color was, and also what you have inked up currently and what you are loving. I think for me, out of the 5 this month, I really love the Esterbrook Pocket and the JinHao 82, just because it has one of my favorite inks in it at this point. But after rewriting with the TWSBI Eco T, with the Morningside Mint in it, after just writing this little bit, I did find that I actually enjoyed writing with it, so I am excited to keep writing with it this month and see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you guys hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell, because that'll notify you every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.